So the first type of join that we are going to discuss is the Cartesian join. And the Cartesian join logically is a cross join and is a prerequisite to all joins. The two words to be noted in this statement are it is a cross join and it is a prerequisite to all joins. Firstly, it is a cross join because it will cross all of the rows from the first table and from the second table and present you with the result. And it's a prerequisite to all joins because in all of the SQL engines that we use, be it MS Access or be it SQL Server, MySQL or Oracle, in all of the joins that are going to be performed, before them a Cartesian join would be performed. And as you can see, a cross join would implement only one logical query processing phase, a Cartesian product. So this phase operates in two tables provided as inputs to the join and produces a Cartesian product of the two. Now, what is a Cartesian product? So say you have two tables presented over here. The first one is simply the table which has an ID field and which has a value field. And you have another table which again has an ID field and it has a value field again. So what a Cartesian join is going to do is it is going to take the first row and then in the results it is going to take the first row over from the first table and put the all the rows from the next table in front of them. So as you can see, these arrows indicate that. So the first row that was made in the eventual result was that the first row from this point was combined with the first row from the second table and was put up over here. In the second result was made by taking the first row from the first table and putting it in front of the second row from the second table. And when all of these six values would extinguish, that is till this point, then it is going to move to the second row of the first table, then go on putting all the other six rows in the second table in front of them again. So you're going to see that the seventh row is 2 second, which is taken from this place, and then the first row from the second table was again put in front of it. So this thing is going to continue on for a whole lot of sequence, and this is what a Cartesian or a cross join actually does. So the main point to be noted while performing up a Cartesian product is that the total number of rows that would be returned after performing a Cartesian join is m cross n. That is, if m rows are in the first table and n rows are in the second table, you would get m multiplied by n rows in the result. So mathematically, if you have 10 rows in the first table and 5 rows in the second, it's going to produce 10 multiplied by 5 equals 50 rows in the eventual Cartesian product result. So in the next session, we will look at the typical cross join syntax, and we're going to explore is it a prerequisite to all the other type of joins that we're going to use in SQL. Thank you for watching.